What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this brand new 2021 Audi RS5 Coupe. Huge shout out and thank you to Audi Greenville for providing this RS5 for today's video. Check out the link to their website in the description below. They have a huge selection of all the brand new 2021 Audis, and they get a ton of the RS models. And the model that we're looking at today is finished off in Navarra Blue Metallic, has the dynamic package, and an MSRP at $84,800. Underneath the hood, the RS5 is powered by a 2.9 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine. This pumps out 444 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to all four wheels through the Quattro all-wheel drive system. And with a curb weight just under 4,000 pounds, you can expect 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and a top speed at 174 miles per hour. And then running on a 15.3 gallon fuel tank, you can expect 18 miles per gallon in the city and 25 out on the highway. The overall length is 186 inches with a wheelbase at 108.9. The height is 54 with the width at 73.5 inches. And then being an RS model, we of course get ventilated and drilled rotors in all four corners with massive 6-piston brake calipers up front. The front rotors measure in at 14.8 inches and the rears come in at 13 inches. Taking a look at the styling now with the Audi RS5 Coupe. This has the black optics package, which blacks out a lot of the key features all around. We have a massive front grille finished off in gloss black with blacked out Audi logo and RS5 logo. The grille has a very aggressive mesh design to allow maximum cooling to the engine and radiators. And then we also get another opening in the lower portion of the front bumper. There's a lot of sharp body lines all around the bumper to give it that aggressive design. And then on the farther sides, we have all of your safety sensors with more of the gloss black trim. This features Audi's LED headlights that have a nice integrated look with a really cool design to the backs of them. And then you can see how the hood slopes into the front grille with an aggressive line right towards the center. And you get two more sharp body lines on the farther side, really giving the front end a wide look. And then moving to the side profile, you can see the 20-inch wheels finished off in a two-tone gloss black machined silver. They have a 5-spoke design and are really aggressive for the styling with this car. You can also see a sharp body line going from the headlights all the way through the side into the rear fenders, and they really bulge out around the rear tires to give it a wider appearance. There's a blacked out RS5 logo on the front fender and really smooth lines on the side profile. There's also a gloss black trim piece in the lower side skirt to match the front splitter, and then we get a set of body colored door handles and gloss black mirror caps with the integrated LED turn signal, and then all black trim around the windows. You can see part of the sunroof up top, and then the overall side profile has a fantastic proportion, giving this a sporty look. And then moving to the rear end, you can see the third brake light up in the top portion of this glass. We get a gloss black rear spoiler with blacked out Audi logo and RS5. The LED taillights fit very nicely to the rear end and have a sharp design. There's 4 more parking sensors in the rear bumper, and then a gloss black rear diffuser, and then finishing it up with the dual black exhaust tips. So there's a good look at the exterior and some of the specs on this 2021 Audi RS5 Coupe. This is a beautiful car all around. I especially love the dark blue and all the black trim. Comment down below, what do you guys think of this vehicle? So we now have the Audi key fob. To take a look at the interior, I can go ahead and lock the vehicle, and then by just grabbing on the door handle, it'll automatically unlock, and we can check out this interior. This car has a black leather interior with red stitching and carbon fiber all around it. If we go ahead and take a look at the door panel now, it's finished off in black. You can see the black leather and red stitching on the armrest, and then some black Alcantara. We have all of your window controls and mirror controls, and then some nice carbon fiber around the release handle, lock, unlock, and then your memory seating. We have a Bang & Olufsen audio system with some storage and your trunk release. And then moving our way inside, we have an illuminated RS5 logo, and then these beautiful bucket seats. You can see all the power controls on this left side, all the smooth leather and red stitching. We have a manual button right here we can lift and open up the front leg rest. This has a really cool stitching design all through the center, and you can see the large bolsters on the bottom and on the back. And then we get the RS5 logo embossed into the leather, and then more red stitching on the top with an automatic button to move the seat. And then now inside the RS5, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. Taking a look at this steering wheel now, it's finished off in perforated leather and red stitching. We even have the RS logo on the bottom. To the right side, we have all of your Bluetooth and audio controls, as well as the heated steering wheel button, and then we have an RS mode we can toggle. This puts the car into the most performance-oriented mode, and you can configure all of this, which is a really cool feature. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have more controls to control the center LCD screen, and we have steering wheel mounted paddle shifters that have a really nice look and feel. Taking a look at this full LCD display, we have your speedometer over on the right side and then your tach over on the left. If we use these buttons now, we can scroll down and go left and right, and we can see a lot of different information within the car, a lot of the fuel information and trip information and safety systems. And then I can go over into your radio and phone, and then navigation pops up as well. And then tapping the view icon, it makes it to be a full screen view, which is a really cool feature for these cars. Cruise control stock is down below. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, we have more carbon fiber trim and all of your headlight controls, one of the air vents, and then a really nice contour for the dashboard. As you make our way over to the right side, we have a really cool looking design for this air vent, basically fading all the way over to one side, and there's more carbon fiber and the Quattro logo. And now we have your touchscreen display right in the center. Beautiful HD graphics, as you can see. On the main menu right now, you can see how everything looks. Very easy to configure everything and go into every single feature. You can also change how you'd like it to look. We have radio and media. Your phone can pop up, as well as your navigation. So I like how everything is laid out. And then taking a look at reverse, if we go ahead and put it into reverse, your backup camera comes up over on the left side, and then we have your parking sensors on the right. You can adjust it as well as turn off the camera, and then change a few of the settings, and then just pressing the P button, we're back into park. And then beneath the screen, we have more air vents as well as the hazards, and then all of your climate control settings are right here. You even have your own LCD screen for the dual zone climate, and then a nice screen in the center. One thing very cool, once you touch any of these buttons, the actual menus come up with a few more items just to make it a little bit easier to use. You can control your different zones, very simple. AC on and off and max, fan speed, and then your different zones like that. We have the defrost and heated seats and more controls. And then underneath that, we have your drive mode select. You can toggle this up and down. It comes up with dynamic, auto, and comfort mode. You can also, of course, just go right into the RS mode. The exhaust valve opens up once we go into the dynamic mode. Has a really nice sound to it. And then taking a look next to that, we have traction control and parking sensors. And then you have USBs and the 12 volt down below with a little bit of storage. You can even see the carbon fiber and leather and stitching all around the center. We have cup holders and some storage. And then your shifter right in the center with more of the stitching and perforated leather, electronic parking brake as well. The wireless phone charging mat is right in the center, which is really nice the way it works. We have a little bit of storage here and some leather and stitching on the armrest, and this even slides forward for better comfort. To take a look at the glove box now, opening this door up, we have a ton of space in there, as you can see. And then one last look at the overall interior. I think Audi did a fantastic job for the 2021 RS5. The use of materials looks amazing, especially all of the stitching and accents. I love the Alcantara and leather. And then moving our way to the ceiling, you can see the sunshade for the glass, and then a frameless mirror and all of your controls and LED dome lights up top. The RS5 does have back seats, so I can grab this strap right here and lift up the seat and fold it forwards a little bit. It gets its way out of the way, and then I can even press this button to help slide it forward for better footroom. Taking a look at the back now, you can see how it is a 4-seater vehicle. We have storage in the center, all the same leather and stitching to the rear seats, which has a really nice design. Alright, so hopping into the back seat of the RS5, I'm gonna go ahead and put the seat back, and then I'm gonna put it back a few inches just so it's where it would be if I was sitting in there as a driver. I think it was about there. And actually you have a few inches of knee room, so this is actually set. I think it stopped automatically where I had it last. This is actually pretty roomy for a 2-door. I have about an inch above my head, and it's cut out just a little bit to make it a little bit nicer back here. You have a huge window as well for better visibility, a nice little armrest and a speaker, and even some nice Alcantara trim, which is a nice little touch. I love the stitching back here. We can open up this as well. You get a nice armrest, and then you can even fold these open for 2 cup holders. And then I can easily grab the strap and put the seat forward, and then one touch of the button, it'll automatically slide forwards. Onto the rear trunk space, you can double tap on the key fob, press the button on the liftgate, or just press the one on the door panel. We have a ton of space in here, as you can see, pretty squared off for being a smaller coupe like this. I like how nice the sizing is. We even do have handles right here. You can pull these and fold the seats down. You even have a separate one for the middle seat, as you can see. And then with all the seats folded down, you can see just how much storage space we have in the back of this coupe. Entering into the side now, you can see how they fold down nice and flat, and we have a large opening for larger items. All right, so setting off now in the 2021 Audi RS5 Coupe. I'm in the normal comfort mode. We'll kind of feel it out as far as the comfort aspects go. So far, this seems really smooth to drive. I'm not really hearing any wind noise or road noise, and the suspension is really absorbing the bumps nicely. I love these seats too. The bucket style is really aggressive looking, and yet I can get them so comfortable. I love the leg rests as well. Armrests are in a really good place, and this is really nice. I'm actually really liking this car a lot. Visibility is fantastic. You have a huge windshield and really large glass on the side, and then all the mirrors do a great job as well. Not really any blind spots over your left and right shoulder, and suspension that's really absorbing those larger bumps. Super comfortable now. So with that said, let's put it into the sport mode manual, and I'll just go right into the RS mode. I love the digital dash and how performance oriented it looks. Downshift a little bit. Very solid. It's kind of quiet, but you can kind of feel it as well. Wow, hitting those bumps now, the suspension is much stiffer. Wow, effortless power, and that's just barely touching the gas, not even getting over 4,000 RPM. But I love how right now the car just feels much stiffer and tighter. It still does have that luxury car feeling to it. It's not a full-on crazy sports car. So I like how this car could be a nice, comfortable daily driver coupe. But then in RS mode now, hitting some quicker turns, going around 55 miles an hour. This is nice and solid. We have a sharp hairpin turn coming up. We'll test out these brakes. But I'm liking driving this in the performance mode. It definitely adds to the fun factor with the car. You can definitely feel those bumps. Ooh, a little bit of popping on the exhaust. Not the loudest exhaust. Wow, very flat in the turns. And I like how with this turbocharged engine, it's just muscle from down low all the way up. And of course, we're short shifting being a new car. But then getting up to some speed once again now. I like the little burbles I heard on the exhaust. This has a nice sound to it. Really solid feeling. I like how there's not really any turbo lag or anything. It just effortlessly gets up to speed. So if we can toggle it down or just press the RS button back into comfort and automatic. The whole car makes no more noise anymore. The suspension is softer, steering is super light now. I love the differences that this car makes from one to the next mode. But then as far as using the interior and the fit and finish, I think Audi kills it with the design. Everything looks so nice in here. Materials are amazing. All the leather you touch is super high quality. Of course, the carbon fiber and stitching and a little bit of Alcantara here and there definitely adds to the cool design. As far as using all the buttons, I love how the climate controls have their own LCD display, and even when you just touch the buttons, it kind of comes up with a larger menu, so there's no distractions or clutter. I love the little LCD displays for the temperature, and then using this actual navigation screen is also pretty fluid. I like how big all the fonts are and everything. Very easy to read while driving, so it's nothing distracting. And then the virtual cockpit right in the center, I love that. Tapping the view, you have this massive navigation screen now that really just makes you feel like you're inside the globe going wherever you need to navigate. So I love that feature, and it's pretty easy to use once I've kind of got my bearings with it. I haven't really been around the new Audis with this system too much, so I'm getting used to it. Very simple in one day. But then as far as my last impressions now driving it, we have a little bit of a back road to feel out the performance side once again. This is so incredibly comfortable and nice now that we're in the comfort mode. But we're in RS, so let's go back up to the RS mode. Still in automatic, it downshifted a little bit. Wow. Half throttle, like not even doing anything. It just moves right up to speed. And then another little acceleration around a sweeping turn. I love how planted it is. And the suspension's stiff enough to where you can feel the bumps now. It definitely sends you some driver feedback, which is really cool. Yeah, I can't really complain with an RS5. Really good overall coupe. I think you got a lot of practicality too. Back seats are roomy, trunk is pretty large, and performance-wise, I can't imagine really ringing this out. Brakes do a great job as we come into a really tight turn now. This is definitely a sweet coupe. Alright, so I think that is then going to wrap it up for the 2021 Audi RS5 Coupe. Huge shout out and thank you once again to Audi Greenville for providing this car for today's video. They have a huge selection of all the Audis as well as a lot of the RS models, and this one is a sweet car. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. Stay tuned for plenty more videos to come. I'll see you guys next video.